Hey everybody, what's up? This is Robert with McDougall Insurance right here in Norman, and I'm gonna make this video short and sweet, but I just wanted to go over some of the benefits to being in the insurance industry or becoming an agent. So just gonna kind of go over that as far as a career opportunity and kind of go from there. So if that interests you, then stick around. I see ya. You're still here. That's good. That means you're somewhat interested in what I'm saying. Okay, so what I want to do is just basically go over what the steps are to get in the insurance industry, what the cost is, and kind of what direction you might want to go based on what you're looking at. Because with this COVID-19 thing, what's going to happen is a lot of people have lost their jobs, and you're going to see a flood or a saturation of things like insurance agents, because it is not easy, but it's not a 4-year degree in regards to getting your license. So number one, if you want to become an agent, you have to be licensed. Okay, so if you're going to be licensed, you want to either be licensed in property casualty commercial, life and health. Those things are all different licenses that will allow you to solicit insurance products. So total, I guess you'd say there's about 3 or 4 licenses that you need to get. But having said that, it really boils down to 2 tests. You've got your property and casualty and commercial, and then your life and health test. So that's what it boils down to as far as testing goes. Now, to get to the test, to understand what you're studying, it's good to go through a course. And there's many things you can do. You can go online. I like to go to the course physically, or I like any of my people to, because they literally tell you what's going to be on the test. So you have to, study the book and know it, but you have a very good idea of what you're going to get when you take the test. So 1, you got to get licensed. 2, you want to get appointed. So once you get appointed, or once you get licensed, then you go to what's called being appointed by a carrier. That means nothing different than contracted. So if you've got carrier X, carrier Y, carrier Z, 3 different companies, you can contract with carrier X and carrier Z and not Y if you want to, right? And offer the products that you want to offer. Obviously there's a learning curve with all those things, because every company is going to have a variation of their product or that product, and they're all going to be somewhat similar, but they're also going to be different at the same time. So it's important to know those things. But having said that, you get licensed, you get contracted, and then you are able to sell. Okay, so licensed, contracted, you're able to sell what you're contracted with. You've got people who get into the insurance industry. Some of them do really well out the gate because they do. It's just kind of their thing. It's a people business, so believe it or not, insurance, is boring as it sounds and is and can be. 1, it's really good to know because it will help you long term. 2, it's also where people need it, so they're not gonna not have it. In other words, it's just, who are they gonna have their business with? And if you look at insurance as a people business, well, then you just look at it like, I'm gonna help people. I have the ability to help people, and I'm gonna do it. Insurance can be a very profitable business. Now, having said that, only 8% of people make it within their first 3 years. And that's just the first 3 years. Now, a lot of that has to do with the industry itself, just the nature of it, how volatile it is, and how much it just churns and burns people. But having said that, to the 8% that do make it, there's typically some relevant factors along the line that add up when you talk to people in the insurance industry. So it's really good to have like a mentor, okay? Someone who can see the curve before you even know it's there. If you've got someone in your corner who's honest with you and you're getting into something like insurance, and I don't speak of other industries because I don't really know, but insurance, sales, you can only imagine it's cutthroat, especially when it's easily accessibly to get into, easily accessible as far as an industry. But having said that, you've got good agents, you've got bad agents, you've got agents who will return your phone call, agents who won't, agents who will sign you up on a policy just to make a commission, agents who are out to do really good things for you, but you know, they may not have the capability of doing that because you might be good where you are. I'm just giving you an inside look on insurance, I guess, and being an agent. Like, yes, you can make good money just like with any profession that you do well at. You can have a very steady career, recession proof, which is good. You're helping people. I will say insurance is, as far as a business owner in sales, I'm not a salesman. We don't have salesmen here. We don't have any man or woman who is considered a salesperson. We help people. We're advisors. Yeah, we make a commission when we make a sale, but we also make a renewal for keeping that sale on the book, which if you're somewhat of a bright business mind, you want to keep as much on the book as you can so you provide good customer service to keep the clients, right? So it's a wheel that's everybody's turning and everyone's benefiting from. But having said that, it's hard to get out of that mentality, or not mentality, well yeah, mentality, and that get away from that stigma of you're a salesperson, you're trying to sell me something, you know. That's fair, but at the same time, if I mention life insurance to your husband, for instance, and you've got a family, and your husband says, yeah, well, you know, I might talk to you about, call me in a week or two. But then, on the way home, or that night, something happens. And it's radical, but say something happens, right? Well, that mom or that wife, if something happens to the dad, the first thing that wife is going to do is make a couple phone calls. One of those phone calls that the wife or the spouse or someone typically makes in that unexpected death scenario is they call the insurance agent and they ask if that person ever took out a life policy or anything like that. They start to backtrack and find out how to react accordingly to the situation, right? So, having said that, yes, we make a sale, we make a commission, we help people. We help people. Life insurance has been the difference in some situations between a family totally devastated financially versus a family not even skipping a beat in their lifestyle, other than the fact that they lost a loved one in both situations. Okay? And I'm just using life insurance as an example. So I guess what I'm saying is it's not hard to be an insurance agent in regards to getting your license and things like that. It's a total different ballgame when you really get into the industry and you start to see it and you start to learn and you start to just kind of grasp insurance and the wormhole that it can be, you know. So it's a cool industry to be in. I'm very interested to see what happens with this COVID thing because I know, real estate's gonna boom, assuming the market stays well, and people are gonna get their license, and people are going to not be so, and it was coming, it's just, it's here quicker now. People are going to not be so reliant on a corporate entity or some other entity to keep them established. Now you've got people who this will make them lean more on an entity, but you've got people who this will make them go, whoa, what I was doing is actually, they threw a wrench in my system basically without my control, right? So people are going to want to avoid that naturally. Children who see that happen to their parents are not going to want that to happen to them. We're going to see a growth in self-employment, and I mean we already are, but this just pushes it faster, is all I'm saying. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and say a little bit about insurance. Insurance is a really cool industry. It's not the most fun topic. When you think about being an insurance salesperson or an advisor, as I would call it, you're really, it's a people business, and you got to think marketing, market. Like, how are you going to be different? Because insurance, everyone's got it. Everyone doesn't care, or not really many people care to talk about it or whatever. But unless it's like negative, then they really want to talk about it. But having said that, it's a good industry to be in if you're a certain type of individual, right? There's a reason only 8% make it 3 years, and that's just the first 3 years. So after that, I'm not really sure what that number goes to. But having said that, I've been doing this for almost 8, and I'm very happy to be where I'm at, even though I've taken, a very unique road to get here, and I'm still on my journey. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to call. I say this because I talked to a class not too long ago, and they said they had questions about insurance, and they were younger, older, or high school kids, and I didn't know what questions, like, are they asking about a professional standpoint or just insurance in general? Reason I thought that was because insurance is not what kids want to get into these days. They want to make a YouTube channel like I'm doing, over, whatever, and maybe that's really relevant more so than what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just saying insurance isn't something that young kids are looking to get into. Now, me, I never would have said I was going to be an insurance agent. Okay, I don't think anybody does. But as you get older, you start to look at your options, and you go from there. And here I am. So anyway, have any questions, call me, email me. I'd love to help you, or just kind of guide you in the right direction if you're looking to get into industry. So having said that, stay safe. Y'all have a wonderful day.